Hello, welcome to today's immigration tidbit. I know when people want to get married and they live in different countries, they want to get here as soon as possible. So I get, a lot of consults about, this K3 visa. What is it and can I do it? And originally it was made to decrease the space of waiting time. When basically someone was already married and the K3 was used so that the person could essentially get that approved, come in the U.S., and then continue and do an adjustment here in the U.S. The problem that we've seen over the years with the K3 is that the timing of it is virtually impossible to work out, and therefore it is actually rarely used these days. Basically, you have to file the I-130, and then right after you get the receipt notice for the I-130, you have to file the K3, and the K3 has to be approved prior to the I-130 being approved. And if the I-130 is approved prior to the K3 being approved, the K3 will essentially say that they don't have jurisdiction, they no longer will process it. So very rarely in the reality of things will the K3 go through. So the better way to go about this is to actually do either the fiancé petition, which is the K1, assuming that you qualify, or to go over and get married and then do the normal consulate processing, which, yes, it takes about a year and a half. But to be honest, the fiancé petition now is taking 9 months to a year. So it doesn't take terribly longer for the consulate processing to go through. And if you do it that way, you get the green card, assuming it's all approved. You come in and you're all done. Minus the fact that you will get a conditional green card if you've been married less than 2 years. And then you have to file a petition to remove the conditional residency, which of course is another issue. But in the beginning, when you're first married, I know that a year and a half seems like an eternity, like a century, okay? But if you just get the paperwork done right and get it submitted, everything should go fairly smoothly, assuming there's no grounds of inadmissibility, deportations, unlawful stays. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that could, trip you up. But assuming it's a clean petition, then it should go smoothly. I have lots of times people say, can I expedite this? And, the only reason they want to expedite it is because they want to be together, and immigration could care less about that. They don't expedite for that reason. But what I tell them is I go, well, if you don't do it right, then it'll be 3 to 6 months before you find out you didn't do it right. And then they may return the petition, they may request an RFE, they may do all kinds of stuff, which will further delay it. So the way to, expedite it basically is to make sure it is done right in the first place, and that it has all the necessary bells and whistles, meaning that it has, the legal explanation of why there's qualification, that there's sufficient evidence to prove all of the elements of the particular petition that's being filed. And then if that's all done, then before you know it, it'll hopefully be approved, sent to the consulate, interview will be had, and your spouse will be with you.